James. All right, we are here after an 83-74 win over Southeastern Louisiana. Here is head coach Dustin Kerns with an opening statement.
You know, proud of our guys. Our back was against the wall today after having 2 tough losses, and so against another good team. I mean, that team went and won at Wyoming, and Wyoming was preseason top 25, and they give Colorado State all they wanted, and they came back down 20. I don't know if people know this. They had the largest comeback in the history of college basketball yesterday right here in Boone, North Carolina. No one in the history of the game, millions of games, have never been down 20 under 5 minutes and won, and they did it yesterday. And so, you got to be a good team to do that. And so you can never be comfortable. They shoot it well. But just proud of our guys for bouncing back, and I thought we had a positive assist turnover ratio. We made some free throws. Wasn't pretty, but we found a way to get the win.
Following up on the Southeastern, that's a team that came within a bucket of going to the NCAA tournament last year. They came back and almost pulled out the game against Kennesaw on Friday night. You guys managed to stabilize things and find a way to win in the final couple of minutes today. Can you talk about how important it was for your team to close out a game like that?
Yeah, David. We've had essentially 5 straight close games, and we've won 2 and lost 2, and we after last night we had to find a way to close a game out and finish a game, and I'm glad we did. We got up, and obviously they made a little run there to make it at the end, but we closed it out. We finished. It was a very, very important step for our players.
What goes into that? What makes the mindset change in a game like that, where you've lost a couple in a row, really tight games?
Yeah, I think you just rely on your confidence, rely on the practice habits and things, because we've won a couple of those games, and so I think you just try to learn from what happened last night, and but we also been in a situation where we closed things out, and that was important for this team to continue to do that.
You got a really significant contribution out of Walker on the offensive end today. First half, he had 10 points in a row for you and did that in 6.5 minutes, and he ends up being the leading scorer with 17 in 24 minutes. Was that what you were expecting him to contribute to the program when he transferred in?
Yeah. I mean, he's versatile. When we were in the Bahamas, he had 17 points in 12 minutes in a game. And so, we've seen it, and he can get hot. And I thought yesterday he played with some real I thought he played really well last night, and played hard. He came in the first half, did the same thing again, and so we started him there in the second half, and I'm proud of him. He's a great young man, and he's really done well for us, and he's continued to play well.
You see a more significant role for him moving forward?
Sure.
I mean,
certainly, if he can give us some boosts like that, but he also can impact us defensively without scoring, and he's really long. He can guard the ball, and so once again with his versatility, and so if he can start, obviously 17 points off the bench, a big boost for us. But his role will continue to increase.
You really took control of the game today. Not only 60% shooting in the second half, but you played what has become in your program's time here, that typical Appalachian State lockdown defense. Talk a little bit about just what you guys did defensively in the second half.
You know what? We really tried to – they shoot the ball really, really well. One of the top 3-point shooting teams in the country. They made 12 tonight. And so what we didn't want to do was give them a bunch of paint points and threes. We kind of expected them to get some threes, even though they still got 26 paint points. They're a tough stout because they got really good players that can get downhill, and then when they get downhill, they're not afraid to pass it to shooters. And so that can sometimes give us some problems. And so I thought our guys really locked down and rebounded well collectively, but we also got some great just contest on their threes.
Hey, Coach. James Parker with the Appalachians. So you're down by 5 points at halftime, and you only shot 34% from the field in the first half. And then it seemed like at a certain point in the second half, the momentum just changed and the offense began to heat up. What did you like the most? And what was really the key thing today that really changed the momentum of the game?
Probably DeBaji Walker. Gave us a big boost. I thought Carvel T-Set was good. Justin Abson continues to play well. And I thought that, Terrence Arkham had a big 4-point play there. I thought Tyree made some big shots. Donovan 8 for 8 from the free throw line and 8 rebounds. So, he had 6 turnovers is something that he can, improve on, and certainly he will. But I thought Xavion gave us some good minutes there in the second half. I just thought we had a segment there of 3 or 4 minutes from like 8 to 5 minutes that we were just moving the ball so well. The ball had no agenda, and we got some layups, some dunks. We're one of the top teams in the country at 2-point field goal percentage defense. And so they'll give you threes, but it's hard to score at the rim. And I thought that kind of opened some stuff up for us that we were able to get downhill and get some dunks and layups, and that was big for us.
Hey, Coach. Trey Blake, also with the Appalachian. You guys shot 5 of 11 from the line in the first half. That's 45%. You came out second half, shot 13 of 14 in the second half. What can you say about that?
Trey, that's good. And I didn't know that stat until you showed that. So that's a positive stat. We talked about at halftime. Hey, listen, we'll just settle down, make our free throws. I know CJ had 3 of those in there in the first half, and I think Xavion had 1. But our guys can make free throws. We've proven that, and so we just got to settle down and lock in and make them. It wasn't anything other than just kind of addressing it.
You spoke about Justin Abson, Xavion Brown, Carvel T-Set, DeBaji Walker. What about those guys? I'm pretty sure they were all on the court at the same time during that big run in the second half. What can you say about them as a unit that are on the court at the same time?
Yeah, they're all very long, versatile players. So defensively, we can give people problems, but also, they were able to get some offensive rebound, tip outs. I think we had 7 in the second half, and I thought Xavion played aggressive. He had a burst of speed to him on that breakaway dunk that was impressive, that we need from him. And so, once again, that's a tough defensive lineup for us in the sense of that can cause people problems and should. And so we were able to get some stops and get out and get in transition.
Any other questions? Thanks, Coach.
Go Mountaineers, take the stairs. Thanks.